This game is going to be all about redemption. Both these teams start off the season with a loss, but now they face each other to try to get win number one. It's Hot Shots up against the Lockdown. Welcome to the RSHL. Danny Wilson here. Well, if you have already seen what happened last week, a big test of endurance as the teams have definitely been trying to get their conditioning up, as the Hot Shots were just losing energy in that last game, but they're going to try again this time against the Lockdown, which once again has got one loss to their record. Now I've already mentioned about the Hot Shots from last week. You already know Josh Hale, the captain, and the only goal scorer of the team is Andrew Button. So for the Lockdown, you're going to have guys like Nick Cassetta and Cam Neshak. Both of them have a goal as of last week. Now, of course, Nick Cassetta has been on fire as far as the goal scored, but we'll see how he does in an entirely different league with a combination of A, B, and C players. Now, other names on the roster include Ryan Coscarelli, Ryan Coyne, Jacob Ennis, David Fisher, Barrett Modi, and Dave Safried. But of course, Jim Trebus is going to be in the net for them this game. He's looking to bounce back after giving up 4 goals in the last game. So with all that said, we're just about ready here. The ball drop is next. Officials for this game: Kevin Frost at center, Brian Hooks on the boards. Kevin Darce will take this face-off against Nick Cassetta. As a reminder, the time has been extended to 18 minutes, and we're underway in this matchup between the Hot Shots and the Lockdown. Hale's going to take control here, trying to dodge around one, already trying to drive the net, but lost sight of it as it bounces into the slot and into the opposite corner. Cassetta will try to look for Barrett Modi, but he was trying to look for someone else and dropping all the way back to his own zone. Turnover, shot from Hale goes wide. Oh, bounced right behind Trebus and almost knocked it in himself. Well, that was not the start that Trebus wanted. Coscarelli to control all the boards up to Cassetta. They'll gain the zone, will go left. Poked away into the corner. Cassetta waiting again from the boards. Passes up. Blocked by Murphy. Murphy behind her own net trying to get away. They've already had enough trouble from the last game over that. Taking a look at Mel Lewis, and he'll had it up at the center line, but knocked right back. Modi going right, looking for Neshak. Holly Murphy strips him of the ball and will backtrack into her own zone, and will play a crossover to Lewis. 1.5 gone in the first period. Hale, who's played 90 seconds so far on this shift. It's going to be quite a balancing act on line changes as the shot goes high into the corner. Attempted clear fails, intercepted by Hale. Shot just going wide. He was going for a slap shot, but it misfired. Coyne almost had possession, but it's back to Darst. He'll backhand it up, looking for Hale. Gets his stick lifted up to Ryan Coyne. Trying to develop a 3-on-2, makes it a 3-on-1, but he's not going to get there in time as it rolls behind the net. Now the Hot Shots are making a change. All the while that there's a odd man opportunity going on, but enough time goes by for them to get everyone back into play. And rushing to the other end, they do beat the icing. Oh no, they whistle icing. I saw Brian Hooks wave it off, but Kevin Frost said otherwise. So they're going, yeah, they're going to say that that was an inadvertent whistle, so they're going to take it to center. Yeah, I honestly thought that he beat the icing, but back over to Murphy. Head up, and a shot easily steered away by Trebus. Lockdown, back the other way. As they attempt a shot just wide of the net. Taken up by a hot shot. Attempt to clear fail, kept in by Coscarelli and off the stick. And I was off of Fisher's stick. Murphy behind her own net with 3.5 gone in the first. Stretch pass, we'll find Brunton. But gets double teamed, tried to backhand it in, unable. And now we'll attempt a pass, but it was blocked. Locked down, back the other way. Coin will cross into the zone. Tries to chip around Ireland, unable to get through. And Ireland will kick it away. 3-on-2 the other way for the hot shot. They'll try shot, he scores! Go! Oh no, they call no goal. Brian Hooks once again overturns the call, no goal. And the call was offside. Oh, Brunton thought he had goal number 2, but Brian Hooks denies him.
Here you go.
That's the,
Just changing me a minute.
That's the second time that Brian Hooks has overturned a call, but this time wipes a goal off the board. As the lockdown get a lucky break, Nick Cassetta will chip into the right corner. And they're fighting for control behind the net. Still trying to get away. This time it's Baramoti, but stripped away by Mel Lewis, who will attempt to clear. And will find the Kaylee Parks, who did not join last week's game, but now makes her RSHL debut. Here is Baramoti. Will go back to Ennis. Rushing forward. As Neshat pinned up, and now here's Kevin Jars. Will try to clear backhand attempt. Just barely gets to Colleen Murphy, but she does give it away to Baramoti on the line. Modi waiting just outside the circle. Now tries shot. He scores! And this time it will count. Baramoti gets number 1. Kevin Darst trying to dodge around a few green jerseys, can't get through. But the momentum has gone the lockdown's way. Yeah, but that will go all the way down for icing. But that was just a great shot from Baramoti. Well, you gotta wonder how the lockdown are feeling after the 2 calls have gone against them in just only 7 minutes. Oh, tried to center up and it went off a body. Ireland will go up to Hale. And he is up with the 2 ladies, Murphy and Parks. Here's Murphy. She'll try a wrist shot, and that's wide of the net. Hale back to Murphy again. Saved by Trebus.
Good play, good position.
Off to the left corner. Hale will retrieve again. You see Parks is parked just outside the crease. And now feed into the slot. Can't get a shot. Gets tied up. And the lockdown. Get out of trouble. Colleen Murphy will take control as we approach 10 minutes remaining in the first period. Barrett Modi with the lone goal so far, up to Josh Hale and Brunton had stumbled on the line and it triggers an offside. And it will go to the Hot Shots. Hale back to Brunton. He'll try and a save. As Ireland trying to find a way through. Now tries to go back to Ellington, who can't handle it. Back the other way. Locked down on the attack. Back to Modi, and he shoots it high. And a rebound, he scores! On the bounce back and the lockdown. Make it 2-0. This is just one of those things where they just put it off the board. So you can ask if that was on purpose to set up the wraparounds. But in any case, it works for the lockdown. They're up 2-0. And glove down. And yeah, that was into defensive zone, so no hand pass. Mel Lewis will tip it back in. Now you gotta see if the lockdown has got all the momentum flowing their way right now. And here comes Cassetta again. And offside as both the wingers were in front of the blue line.
Hey guys, make sure I pitch it back.
And that face-off will go back to the lockdown zone, but will be picked up by the lockdown. Here's Cassetta, and he'll just push it to the left corner. Mel Lewis will be there to intercept. Plays back to Kevin Darst on the corner. 8 minutes remaining in the first. Darst will switch over to the left wing. Brunton throws one on net and nearly bounced it off of Trebus, who has to redirect it to the corner. Lockdown make a change on the fly as they try to get around Murphy, but she'll take it and back to Darst. Looks for an opening, fakes the pass, and now will push to outside, but taken by Coscarelli.
Wing.
He'll circle back behind his net, and now will feed
Push
up.
that way, McKay. Push this side. Push that side.
Fisher lines up for it, and now he'll try a shot that goes wide of the net. Darst trying to push his team now, and he hits. He hits it as Gerslin back the other way, back trying to set her up, looking for Parks, and she got tied up. And now looking at a double team as Coscarelli will get it away. Off a stick and off a foot, went off of Fisher. Now centers up and will find Coyne and poked away. As Parks will just push it down the floor as Coscarelli will take it and it will feed center up to Fisher. He'll push it to the left corner, race for control. It's between Coyne and Murphy. Coyne wins the race, centers up and can't get a shot off. Coscarelli will keep it in the zone, centers up, blocked by Ireland. Parks the other way for the Hot Shots. Looking for a pass, will find, looks like Gerslin, shot, saved by Trebus. Back it goes to Ireland. The drop back to Lewis, now crosses to Murphy. Murphy thinks about it, tries a shot, that's blocked. Up in the air, hits the ceiling, we continue. As they were trying to signal a hand pass, but that gets waved off. Trying to deke around, but can't get around Lewis. Back to Colleen Murphy as both teams make a change. Well, pass upwards to Don, off the stick, up to Modi. Has one of the 2 goals of the game so far. Up to Coyne. They'll pass right to a circle. Looking for a one-timer, was trying to get a tip, but it was not available. Centers up, looking for Coyne. Goes right by him. Push right back to the right corner. Modi fighting off Ireland. And a good poke check as the hot shots come back the other way. Ellington left over to Hale. He'll try a shot off a stick in the ceiling. As Cassetta will feed up to Modi at the center line. Rushing in is Darst. He pushes him off the ball as the hot shots now push back to their own zone. Murphy hears the call and will cross over to Darst. Now we'll feed upwards. Here's Brunton. Well, backhand it up, a little too far for him to handle, and that will give the lockdown a chance to start attacking their own, but they turn it back over. Here's Hale with a shot and a close save by Trebus. Right corner over to Darst trying to fight off one defense. Now center side, but he missed it high. Point blank, and he missed. There's another shot stopped by Trebus. Not often that Hale misses from point blank range.
Come on, guys!
With less than 4 remaining. Kelly back over to the lockdown. Modi trying to fight off the forecheck. Hale moves in. You hear a tap, but decides to go for. There's a shot by Brunton that goes wide. That seems to be the trouble, and another shot goes wide. That seems to be the trouble of the hot shots. They're having a hard time hitting the net. Coscarelli will go up and will hit the stick of Cassetta, who will just clear the zone. Mel Lewis will wait for his team to rearrange. They gave it away to Cassetta, who will just push it back, and now they can get a change. Lewis will stretch up, will find Hale. He's been out there for a good while on this shift, and he shoots it way high. Coscarelli off the boards. Will get Hale at the hot shots. Here's a shot by Ellington. Tried to get a tip on from Parks, and she whiffed it. Parks trying to dig it out and try to fight off Coscarelli, but it goes to Coyne for the lockdown. He gives it away to Ellington, but he gives it right back. Kept in his own. Parks tries a shot and could not get a clean shot, and now here's Coyne the other way. Driving the net, and a save by Schaffner, bouncing. Oh my goodness, and he scores! I don't know if that was the original shot or if Coyne wrapped around to bat it in, but that was a bad bounce for Ryan Schaffner. It is 3-0. So it is confirmed that Ryan Coyne is getting the goal. So the hot shots being cooled off, and we're still in the first period as that ball goes out of play. With 100 seconds left in the first period, the hot shots really need something to turn things around now. Because you can tell that they're going to have a good talk at the intermission on making a lot of adjustments. Back it goes. Here's a shot that's blocked. And Parks will try to feed right, wrapping around the boards. And Rebus was thinking about playing it. He does play it. Attempted clear, will find his forward, and now we'll get a return. Here it comes. Looking for a shot, save by Ryan Schaffner with 1 minute left. Here's Darst for the hot shots. Again, pestered by Nick Cassetta. Gets around Parks, kept in by Ellington. Gersley goes right to Parks. Tries to feed one into slot, that is stopped behind the net. Gerslin waiting, trying to fight his way out of there with 30 seconds left. Along the board, centers up, no one available. Will be picked up by Cassetta.
McKay back, McKay back.
And they have time for one more chance if they can push the pace.
15.
But considering the score, they may just sit back. Who knows? And turned it over. And Will Stevens has to make one more stop with 7 seconds remaining.
McKaylee, push towards the net.
Hey, if we're on center in that spot there, if you can pull back, I'll send that little shot all day.
One by the hot shot was hitting bodies, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to get one on net as they will clear the zone, and that will do it for the first period. Well, so far the lockdown has done just that. They pretty much locked down the first period, and they have a commanding 3-0 lead after one. So you gotta wonder about the mentality of the Hotshots after what they've been through in the first periods. So they got to make some major adjustments to get back in this game. The good news is, as I've said before, extended period, so they got plenty of time to get back in this game. Here's Hale trying to get off of Coscarelli. He'll take it to the corner and was looking for someone, and may have been looking for Brunton, but he wasn't there. But he'll just cycle. And now we'll try a shot, and that's tipped high. Behind the net, Ireland will take control, trying to fight off Neshat. He'll just turn it over to Barrett Modi. From the right circle, centers up looking for Cassetta. Got tied up by Colleen Murphy. Now feeding, whoa, that was a really bad pass as that just goes right out of the zone. And it'll feed left over to Coscarelli. And so center back up over to Nick Cassetta, who will just tip it in, and they will get a change. Lewis will just take it and wait for his team to get rearranged. And now will play off the boards. Intercepted by Coscarelli. Left it behind though. He is taken down, no call. 2-on-1 the other way. Is Coscarelli yet to recover. Here's Brunson with a shot, and that's stopped by Trebus. And he scores! The rebound picked up by Josh Hale, and the Hotshots are on the board. The first step to redemption, 3-1. Yeah, I totally thought that Trebus had control of that one. I think a lot of them did, but Hale staying on top of it and puts in the rebounds.
Great effort up there, guys.
And face off one by the lockdown. Attempted pass is intercepted, trying to feed in the slot, but steered away. And they're going to say it was tipped off the stick, no icing. Colleen Murphy trying to get away from one as the forecheck rushes in. Now goes left over to Kevin Darth. Taking a poke check. Here's Gerslin. He'll try a shot wide the net. Behind is Kevin Darth. And he'll center up for Ellington with a shot stopped by Trebus as they will go into the corner. Coyne attempts a clear, kept in by Murphy. Here's another shot that's stopped. And the lockdown trying to develop maybe a 4-on-2. Stallion pass, can't find him. That was, I believe that was Cyrus actually. And they go on the center line, and Kevin Darst trying to beat up as he goes down. Centers up to Ryan Coyne, trying to get around. Shot saved by Schaffner. Rebound attempt goes off the side of the net.
Hey, she needs help back there. Who's our defense?
And Murphy trying to look for some help and now finds Parks. Trying to get away from the boards. And it's a free ball now. The shot in a glove save by Schaffner. Just got a piece of it. And another attempted shot just goes wide the net. Kevin Darth for the Hotshots trying to restart the attack, and now we'll find Parks. Trying to center up. It was looking for Gerslin, but intercepted, and Cassetta will cycle back around. Was stretching up, but misses both his forwards as an icing against Lockdown. Won by the Lockdown, attempted clear, can't get out. Here's Lewis with a turnaround shot and went through a bunch of legs and covered up by Trebus. And that will go into the corner, and everybody's still looking for it. Coscarelli finds it and will feed it up over to Cassetta. Gets Baramoti on a 3-on-2. They had a little trouble with the blue line though, and they had no choice but to give it up. Hale from his own corner. Well, this pass it across to Mel Lewis, and now he'll feed over to Ireland. And off the foot, not exactly how they wanted to break out, but here they come. Here's Ireland with a wrist shot, stopped by Trebus. He'll hold on. Won by the Lockdown, Coscarelli. Play, oh, it went off the back of the net. Not what he had in mind. Here's Ireland, centers up off the outside of the post. Coscarelli. Feed back off the safety net. Brunton trying to fight off Modi. It will pop out and it will go to the Lockdown. But a weak pass. This is a comedy act now. Right at the center of the floor. Here's a chance. He scores! John Ireland! Back with the luck of the Irons. It is 3-2 for the Hot Shots. And it's a 1-goal game. It was just a sloppy clear out. Just the Lockdown was doing everything they can to get out of the zone, but that ball just kept moving around. And that just led to that chance from Ireland. And the Lockdown now feeling pressure. They've had a 3-goal lead. It is now 1. Parks off the foot. Back it goes to Murphy. Oh, look out here. 1-on-1 the other way. From the outside. Tries to center up. Can't find him. And now back it goes outside the line. Trying to keep it in. The second period has just been a different story entirely. As it goes down the floor. And the Lockdown. Just sweating under the collar now. And now here they come back the other way. Here is George. The shot saved by Trebus. And a much needed stoppage.
Go towards the net, all right? Here's that ball drop. Go.
And the Lockdown still trying to get out of their zone. Darst fights through. His shot by Parks and has a save by Trebus. Everyone barking orders now. Now you see the tide turning, and now maybe a breakaway if he hurries. Trying to look for a feed that gets cut off. It was looking for Modi, and he could not bat it.
You got Colleen.
Darst again will center to Parks with less than 10 remaining in the second period. Here's Parks. He'll just tap it up, intercepted by Ryan Coyne. And now there's a 2-0 breakaway. Here's Coyne. You think about centers. What a save! Yankee Diddle Dandy from Ryan Schaffner. A 2-0 breakaway, and he stops it.
Okay, you ready?
That may be the break that the hot shots needed. Here's a shot saved by Trivas. Off the shot from Colleen Murphy. Centers up off a stick. Beating left here is Nick Cassetta on a 3-on-2. Trying to get around Lewis, he does. Shot goes high of the net. Here is Ireland getting tied up in the corner. I believe that's Baramoti, it is. But Hale will get control and now will try to go upwards, finds Brunson. Looking at a double team, here's the call, but a little too late as it rolls off his stick. They do reset back to Ireland, who just got the second goal. There's a shot from Brunson, and that's blocked by Coscarelli. Cassetta gains the zone, but off the leg of Murphy. Brunson will try to clear the zone. He does as Coscarelli overshot it and now finds Ellington. Backhand stopped by Trivas. He'll hold on.
Center? Yeah. Everybody sees the
Tie up. It's Brunson trying to get the ball away. He's unable. Coyne away in his own corner. Now he'll stretch past a little too much as it gets to Hale.
beautiful goal.
Hale will rush in. Now drop to Darst. He'll try a shot wide of the net.
Good shot. We'll take it.
Past the halfway mark of the second period.
Just you.
As Darst will take his time with this, as this second period has just been an alternate universe. As Hale trying to fight his way out. Now just drop back to Ellington. Go backhand it. Finds the man and can't get it on. That was Brunson. Hale centers up off the side of the net. It will be taken away by Coscarelli, who will just push it to the corner. Attempted center. Can't find him. Hits a shot. He scores! Comeback complete! And Canelo into the tie game.
Let's go.
I don't remember the last time that we've had a comeback from a 3-goal deficit, but it's happened and we are still just past the halfway mark of the game. This has been a very strange game.
Back.
As Ellington will just push it, but Parks does not realize that she's offside, and now she realizes it. She'll just retreat.
Follow Ryan back, McKaylee. Follow Ryan back.
It's been the complete opposite of the first period. And now here's Coyne, left circle, shot high of the net. There's Modi, gets stripped of the ball by Ireland, and they will race to the left corner. Ireland will get there first. 5.5 remaining in the second period. Try to wrap around looking for Parks, and just chipped one a little bit wide. Here's Gerslin with a shot that's blocked. Attempted clear, kept in, but here is Modi trying to beat Darst. It's a 2-on-1. Goes left in. Coyne was not ready for that pass.
You got 3 up, McKaylee.
Here's Parks on a 3-on-2. Goes right to Gerslin. He'll try a shot wide of the net.
Look, McKaylee. Go center.
Parks trying to backhand it, trying to look for someone. Does get to Darst. Shot saved by Trivas. Darst from behind the net getting tied up, looking for a wraparound attempt instead, takes it to the circle. Now he'll try to drop pass, that is intercepted, but Parks fights through to get to it.
Good job, McKaylee.
Actually will get away from the crowd and will make it a, well, he had a 2-on-1, and now he turns it into a partial break and tries to feed left to Cassetta. He'll try a shot, stopped by Schaffner. Well, the lockdown has been getting chances. They've had There's a breakaway the other way. Here is Brunson, but a little too far from the handle. Here's Hale. There's a shot saved by Trivas, as now both teams are getting quality chances.
Here's 30 more.
Well, the lockdown has had plenty of chances this period. They had a 2-0 breakaway. They've had a 2-on-1. But Shafter has just stopped both of them. And picked up by Cassetta, trying to fight through the crowd, does. Makes it a 2-on-2. Cassetta waiting, thinking about it. He's still holding on, shot wide the net. And he tried the same thing that he did in the first period, bouncing off the boards and looking for the wraparound attempt, but this time Shafter's ready for it. And still looking for control. Looks like lockdown have it, maybe. As now they get tied up along the boards. Centers up, was looking for Coin, and it goes right by him. Coin from the circle now back to Coscarelli at the center line. He's waiting for an opening now, will pass right. Feeds up and bounces one, and Shafter has to die for it.
Alright guys, keep on
Push it.
pushing.
2 minutes.
Won by the hot shots.
Carry it.
Darst has a partial 3-on-2, now makes it a 2-on-1. From the circle shot, he scores! As they said before, off the floor and off the board, the hot shot has come breaking back to take the lead. You see why Kevin Darst is one of the top shooters. Just picked the slide, and I think he hit 2, maybe all 3 parts of the frame. This shows how accurate that shot is, and now the hot shots has just turned this game on its head. And from the corner, and that's gone wide.
Get ball.
Parks
Get out.
tries to go forward, but it does go out of play, and this should be in the neutral zone, I would assume, with a minute remaining in this period.
I saw you on Thursday too. My second
And back it goes over to Ellington, who will try to feed up and could not get to Hale, but they did. Yeah, he's a little confused on whether they were onside, but in any case, the lockdown have control. Here comes Cassetta driving in, and shot it, he scored! Just when you think that this game has gone any crazier, the lockdown has tied the game up. They're giving the goal to Cyrus Ashley.
Go the other way, that way.
Here comes Colleen Murphy, who will just push it into the left corner. From behind the net as the lockdown try to rush in one more time. Back at the point. Trying to dodge around everybody. And that's fed back in and stopped by Trivas with 14 seconds left. And it's won by the lockdown. Casetta will take it behind his own net. 10 seconds left. We'll see if they have any time left. They're going to try to search pass, but overshot everybody. And with 3 seconds left, it's going to be an icing against the lockdown. Now, in a typical RSHL game, the clock would run down, but we're going to see what the Hot Shots do. Maybe, I mean, they do have time if they wish to pull Schaffner for an extra attacker, but they're not going to do that. Time on a draw, and that will be the period. Brunton had a shot, but it would have gone wide anyway, and I don't think it would have beat the clock. But this game has just been turned on its head. Coming all the way back from 3 down, it is 4-all after 2. This game has just been nuts. We entered the second period 3-0 in favor of the lockdown, and now it is 4-all after the Hot Shots came all the way back. They briefly had the lead, but now I can only guess what's going to happen in the third period as we are back underway. Race it for control, and it's Ennis who tries to push up, and instead it is Brunton. Drop pass, shot, and a blocker save by Trebus. And bouncing up and covered by Trebus. A nice pass by Brunton to set up Darst.
Right there. Don't let them go through you.
Tie up as the lockdown just trying to get that momentum right back. Trying to drive through Murphy. Still in, they say. Well, it doesn't matter now. Across the center line as Ennis will go up to Ryan Coyne. Poke check from Lewis. Gets around, shot stopped by Schaffner.
Kenny, direct your point. Good quick check.
One by lockdown. Coscarelli will try to feed up, and instead gives it away to Mel Lewis, who will feed up to Darst along the boards. Pops up in the air, and Parks trying to drive in, but it is Casetta with a shot going wide. Back to Coscarelli. Taps up and gets Ashley, and diving across is Darst, and he knows all too well how good of a shot that Nick Casetta is. Back to Brunton as he tries to get away from Cyrus Ashley, and another shot just going wide in that. Baron Modi centers up and gave it away to Colleen Murphy the other way. 3-on-2 for the Hot Shots. Centers to Brunton. Lines up for the shot, and it's gone! A delayed call from the ref, but it is in. Andrew Brunton gets the lead back for the Hot Shots. As mentioned before, Brunton is one of the top shooters in the C League. And for him to put up a slap shot like that against an A-League goaltender as they have a false start, we will do it again with 3 minutes gone in the third. It would be picked up by Colleen Murphy as she hurries. Nick Casetta throwing on the Jets. Something that, considering that as a reminder, they're playing with their masks on. They'll be using up a lot more energy. And feed up, and to the slot, and that is why the net. Gerslin tries to feed up to the slot, and a shot is blocked from Murphy. It's a shot from Hale, and that stops.
Get it.
And down, but no call. From the corner, tries to center up, can't find anyone. It's Modi. Oh, rolled off his stick, look out, save by Trebus as he had to make an emergency move.
There we go. Nice.
Back he goes as Ireland did a good job keeping it in, but Modi going to take it himself, and he'll jump to the right corner and go off for a change. Taking a good look and waiting is Lewis, so now will find Andrew Brunton off the boards. Pass to himself, has no route to go to, and he's knocked off the ball. Attempted feed kept in by Ireland. From the corner, Josh Hale trying to fight off. He goes down, no call. Well, aside from the first period, the refs have been letting them play today. Here's a pass that was intended for Coyne, hot off the stick. Stretch pass that was intended for Gerslin, but it's an icing against the hot shots.
Hale, I'll be ready when you are. Hey Ryan, can I get my water?
Off the draw, back to the lockdown.
I said, if you didn't get me right there.
Waiting, and now feed up. Was looking for Fisher and goes right by. Lewis will feed up to Colleen Murphy and now to Dart on the right boards in their own zone. Now we'll feed upwards over to Andrew Brunton. Now crosses, gains the zone, bounces everywhere, but it will be the lockdown back the other way, but a good poke check from Brunton to keep it in. Great job keeping it in from Brunton. And still can't get an opportunity. Poked away from Coscarelli. As Fisher will try to center up, can't find him, and now centers up again. It's blocked by Murphy and up to Parks. And now she'll go left over to Andrew Punt, who will wind up for a shot, and that's stopped by Trebus. Cassetta, stretch pass, tries to find one but unable, and they are going to whistle this down. I'm not sure what the call is. They're calling too many runners on the floor, so it'll be a lockdown power play. And Brunton will be the one serving the penalty.
Andrew, let someone else do that.
Now they changed their mind about who they wanted to send to the box. And instead they're going to send Parks to the box. One by the lockdown. Back to the point, waiting for a shot. He'll try one. Looking for a tip and can't get through. And Jarst tries to clear around and will find Hale. Thinking about shorthanded attempt. Ooh, blocked by Cassetta. Here's Ennis. Haven't called his name a whole lot today. As Modi whiffs the shot from the circle. Tries a wide angle shot wide of the net. Ennis will try again, back over to Cassetta. Waiting for an opportunity, and one time he scores! And a one-timer opportunity, and Modi strikes again, and we're back to a tie game. Yeah, with how this game's going, he can't afford to make a mistake, and that mental mistake by the bench has just cost them. And the lockdown are gonna probably take this all the way to the final minutes of the game. The lockdown off of Fisher, and here's Coin. Went off his stick, and now will go into the board. And they're going to call an offside against the lockdown. Won by the lockdown, but they have to chase it all the way back to their own end. Taking a close look, and now feet up, looking for Fisher, who will just put it down the floor. Ireland will just return to sender up to Ellington. And we'll then turn to a break. Shot! Open chance! Oh, he missed the net! Josh Hale has done it again. He missed an open net. And they will feed another one towards the slot just wide of the net. I can't believe that. That's the second time that Hale has missed from point blank. Back to the point as Safried was trying to tie them up, and back down to the corner. Here's Parks. Centers up. No one available. Here is Coin trying to get away from Colleen Murphy. Just get to the neutral zone between Parks and Safried. Here's a dump in, and with authority from Ireland. That may be frustration setting in. But that's going to be an icing against the Hot Shots. Back it goes to the point, but they're going to say it's a false start. We'll do it again. Won by the Hot Shot, the lockdown. And glove save by Shafter, coming all the way from outside the circle. Here's Ennis one more time. That shot is blocked. Off the boards, and attempted clear by Brunton fails. Ennis looking for an opening, and now outside across, looking for Modi. Trying to fight off Colleen Murphy on the right corner. I pretty much do think that this is going to come down to the last minutes of this game. As Ennis chases this one down at the point. Shot it up, blocker save, rebound, can't get through. Here is Colleen Murphy from behind her net. And by the way, Schaffner lost his stick. And Cassetta was saying that should have been a penalty, as one of the players had handled the goaltender stick. Now you are allowed to get it back to your goaltender, but you just can't play with it. As they will be back over to the lockdown, as they'll chase this one.
It's not icing.
They call no ice, as Ashley was trying to pressure Ryan. He will get away to Brunton. Poke check for Modi, does not work. Here's Brunton with a shot wide of the net.
Pressure!
Here's Coscarelli.
Watch you guys do.
Very well known for his stick handling. Does not work this time. Back over to Ellington. Centers up, and a good stick lift. And here's Modi the other way, along with Ashley. From the right circle, shot wide of the net. With 6 minutes remaining in regulation. And back to the neutral zone. Gets around, that's Brunton. He'll try a shot, blocked by Coscarelli. Coscarelli back the other way, and we'll feed upwards. And we'll find Neshek. Centers up, but was looking, but could not connect. And down the floor, it will be an icing against the Hot Shots.
That's right. Oh, no speed, I can't move. That was 1 and 2. Half a 3. And it's 15.
as that is whistled down one more time, and we'll do it again.
Normally I love that walk when I want to feel.
Tie up on the draw, and it is Hale with control with 5 minutes left. Rushing in is Coscarelli. It'll be Gershwin trying to develop a 2-on-1. Maybe a little too hard on that pass to himself, but has an opening. She can find her, but can't get the park. It was blocked. Winds up her shot, and just a little high from Ireland. Coyne will feed forward. It will find Freed. Centers up, finds Coyne, and immediately the defense collapses right on him, and now a 2-on-1. Hale goes right to Gershwin, and immediately taken off the play, and Ireland tips it out of play into the lockdown bench. 4:15 remaining in regulation. Off the draw, it is back to Ashley, will just feed it all the way back. It is Jerry Brigante, and up over to Modi. And pressured by Colleen Murphy, back to the point, and over to Nick Cassetta on the right circle. Gonna try to center up, and a great defensive play by Ireland, but it settles down and shot by the net coming from Ashley. Hale trying to get out of the zone. He's taken down, no call. Shot just wide of the net from Ashley, and chipped out of play, and I would expect that the clock is going to stop at the 3-minute mark. And the Hot Shots are going to call a timeout with 3 minutes left. 3 chapters to this story. First period was about the lockdown, second period was about the Hot Shots, and now this has been a completely even game. So now this will be down to who's going to make the first mistake. There's been plenty of opportunities on both sides, plenty of odd man rushes. But both Trebus and Schaffner has pretty much settled down to their net now. So for now, the Hot Shots, the main priority at this time is to try to get it out of their own zone. So with how they've been playing, that goal will come to them. So with just 3 and change remaining, who is going to be the first to blink? It'll be Darst and Cassetta on this draw. Won by Darst, and Ellington trying to find a way out, but blocked by Cassetta. Taking the poke check, centers up, finds Modi. He'll pass right. Takes him out, shot save by Schaffner, and just holds on long enough for the whistle. 2:49 remaining.
Ryan, can you pass me my purple Powerade right in that chair? Right beside you? Where the bucket is. Right beside the bucket? No? Yeah.
Won by the lockdown. Here is Ennis with a shot blocked. And Ennis has to retreat back to his own zone, being pressured by Ellington. And they do tag up, but Cassetta could not get back in time. And he'll just let it go from Mel Lewis. Now stretch up, will find Brunton. Brunton trying to get away from that shot. Shot and a save. Loose ball. And that's blocked. Second chance also blocked. Those blocks came from Ennis and Cassetta. And they know how crucial these last 3 minutes are as the defense trying to protect their goalie. Here is Coyne with a shot just high of the net. Attempted center pass, can't find him. Here is Lewis, attempted clear, not out of the zone. Here is Coyne, bumped off the ball by Darce. And poked right back, and look out here, had a cherry picker, but Schaffner takes a risk and clears out. Coscarelli over to Fisher. Fisher tries to center up off a body. Here is Ellington the other way for the hot shots. Lines up, now taps left, Brunson tries to fight through and can't get it on net. As we approach the 1 minute mark. And all turned over here. Here's Brunson and a desperation save by Trebus. With 1:02 remaining. And now the lockdown have called their timeouts. And with all the turnovers that they have just committed, they need to get everyone on the same page. As that could have turned the tide for the hot shots. But now you can tell that the goalies are starting to play more aggressively now. Schaffner had to take a risk with the cherry picker right behind him to clear that zone, and Trebus, after that turnover, just came straight out and just went for the ball. So now both these teams have got to get on the same page that they cannot make any more mistakes from this point out with 1 minute left in regulation. It will be Hale against Cassetta on this draw. Hale wins the draw for the hot shots, but it comes straight back out, and Ireland has to throw the Jets to get it away. But turns it over to Nick Cassetta. That's the guy you don't want to give it to. Wide open, and just had to settle it down for a moment. That gave time for the hot shots to get back. And Cassetta back at the point, and now will feed up, and it is, well, was going to be to Ashley, but a great defensive move by Ireland. Ireland does have a goal on the board, and he's been showing some great defensive skills as well. Less than 30 seconds remaining. Back to Ireland off the boards. And can't get through. Ashley crosses, finds Faramodi. He has 2 for the game. Shot saved by Schaffner with 10 seconds left. And trying to drive the net is Cassetta, and blocked by Ireland with 5 seconds left. She's trying to kill some time. And this is going to go to overtime. So it's going to be a 5 minute overtime period. Well, these players are tired already, but they're going to have to go for some extra workout. Yeah, one of the new rules, it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey in overtime. So that's going to give some more room for the players to work with and give us a more likely chance that we get a winner. As Darce is going to go straight for the guns, and it will go to the left corner. Turns it back and over to Nick Cassetta for the lockdown, 2-on-2. He'll just cycle back around, waiting for his teammates to get down. Here's Ennis behind the net. Waits for an opening, tries to pass, blocked by Hale. They get tied up. Hale giving him a hard time now. Ennis will play back. Waits for it, now crosses to Cassetta. Cassetta waits again, now plays back. Thinking about it. And now we'll just push to the right corner between Brunson and Coyne. Coyne will have control for the lockdown from outside the circle. Trying to shot just wide of the net. Now both these teams do earn a point in the standings. There's a shot just a little bit high. There's a shot and a save with the glove by Schaffner. And glove down by Coyne. Back to Murphy for the hot shot. Murphy tries to shake off Coyne. Trying to get an opening, and now still trying to find a way out of there as Coyne gives chase and now finally gives it up to Brunton. Glove down by Cassetta off the turnover. Shot score! The Tigers' name is bingo! Nick Cassetta wins the game for the lockdown! That was a turnover, a crucial one. I have mentioned before that they could not afford to make another mistake, and this one cost them. And Nick Cassetta, that was the guy you do not want to give it up to. And the lockdown will get their first win of the season. But as for the hot shots, they do earn a point in the standings for making it to overtime. So they'll just have to, I will give them this, they made a great comeback. And it just could not work out in the end. We'll be back for the wrap-up. Well, all that effort to come back, just come up with 1 point. But you got to give the Hot Shots credit. They fought back in the second period, down 3-0. You definitely got to give them a lot of credit. They adapted, and they definitely gave themselves a chance to come back to win. But in the end, Nick Cassetta takes advantage of a turnover and gets the game winner. This is why he's one of the best shooters in the league. And of all players to turn the ball over to, the worst possible guy you could have given it to. So the lockdown will get their first 2 points in the standings. Hot Shots will get 1. But for now, we're going to have another game next week for you. So till then, it's Daniel Wilson. We'll see you next time around. If you enjoyed this game, be sure to check out the other games here on our YouTube channel at Raleigh Street Hockey. Also be sure to check out our sponsors at allblackhockeysticks.com. You can get an all-black stick for just under $100. Not a bad deal. Also be sure to check out our other sponsor, Hagen Hockey, which has some great hockey equipment for you. In order to get free shipping, just use the promo code Raleigh Street Hockey.